Back to another wonderful and beautiful edition of Veggie Mike Ellis on YouTube, Veggie Mike Ellis on Instagram, and mikesgarden.moonfruit.com is the website. And thank you to my subscribers. I have double-digit subscribers, so thank you to all of my double-digit subscribers. So today I want to talk to you about reductionism, right? We're going to reduce the amount of animal products we eat. Vegan? Maybe someday. Probably not. Probably not. We're just going to reduce. Okay, we're going to eat less. There are the people that are going vegan. They have a set, plan, 6 months, 3 months, whatever it is. I'm going to be vegan and I'm weaning myself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who have no plans. Not really people, but the idea. I don't want to single anybody out. The idea of just reducing the amount of animal products we eat, not stopping. Okay, so let's start with the health aspect of it, and that is, it's the equivalent of smoking less cigarettes. So if I smoke a pack a day, instead I'll smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes a day instead. Okay, yeah, well, the science doesn't really go with that. That it's good for your health to just smoke less cigarettes. You have to actually quit cigarettes. It's the same idea with the animal products. You have to actually stop. Also, your gut flora changes. When you completely stop, and you can only get there by completely stopping eating the animal products and going plant-based, and the gut flora that digests meat and animal products is harmful, not beneficial. The gut flora that digests the plant products and the plant matter is beneficial for your body. So in order for everything to change over, you actually have to go fully plant-based, okay? So, there's that. So then there's the moral aspect, and that's really the big one for me, and that is that if you think that animals have moral value, so do they? Do animals have moral value? If you want to eat less meat, what's your reason? Like, if you want to eat less, is it just for your health? Well, there's more to it than that, and that's the moral aspect. If it's about the moral aspect, you're already in line with it. Okay, so it's like people who don't eat veal. Well, it's the same idea. So the idea being that if animals have moral value, okay, then there's only actually one moral and rational response to that question if you say, yes, they have moral value, and that is vegan. The reason being is that doing less of the wrong thing doesn't make it okay. So if I torture people and I say, well, we'll just have torture-free Mondays, right? We'll have torture-free Mondays, and we'll torture less on the rest of the days. Instead of torturing the guy locked in my basement, I'll shock him 10 times instead of 20. And give him off on Monday. It'd be nice, maybe give him off on Sunday, so I can go to church. It doesn't add up, right? Because torture's wrong, right? Child abuse. I don't take these things lightly, but if you think child abuse is wrong, it's not okay to abuse children sometimes. We'll abuse them a little less. No, it's disturbing, right? It's not okay, right? It's not okay because it's not okay. Child abuse isn't okay. Torture's not okay. And if you think animals have moral value, then using them for a resource, for food, for entertainment, for, cosmetic trials and clothing, that is, got a little cold, that is, I never get colds, by the way, since I'm on plant-based. I can't believe I have one, but my son gave it to me. I haven't got sick in so long. But the idea that if something is wrong, if you believe that using animals as a resource is wrong, it's wrong all the time, right? It's not just wrong on Monday, or it's not just to do it a little less. I don't torture less, right? You don't abuse less, and it doesn't make it okay, right? So if it's a moral thing and you just think that it's wrong to do this, doing less of the wrong thing doesn't make it okay, right? So from a moral aspect, it's not a judgy thing. It's just, what's the reason? Why are you reducing your meat? Why? If it's for your health, that's not going to work. If it's for animal rights, it's not going to work. If it's for any other reason, environmental reasons, it's not enough. It's not enough. And the animals can't wait for you to come around and go on your journey and someday be vegan. It's not enough. It's not. And I'm not, again, this isn't me wagging a finger, okay? It's not enough because we can't stay on the path we're on as a planet, as a society. We can't do it. We won't make it. We're not going to make it. It's not okay. It's not going to sustain everybody. We're not going to be able to feed everybody. So from a world hunger standpoint, it's not enough. It's not enough for your health. It's not enough for the animals. They can't wait for you to go through your little, lifestyle changes, and it's not enough. There's only one way to go. It's vegan. It's the only way that's sustainable. It's the only way that's as cruelty-free as possible. It's hard to have a completely cruelty-free world, but you have to do everything you can, right, to end cruelty and abuse of animals for your health. It's not enough. I don't still smoke 3 cigarettes a day. Not going to do it. So there's only one response. There's only one response. This response. Vegan. If you need to take 2 weeks, take 2 weeks. If you're going to take a month, take a month. But stand up and say enough's enough. And watch the movie What the Health. Because you're going to get fired up. You're going to need to learn a little bit more if you're just casual about this. It's not casual. It's not some lifestyle, casual lifestyle. It's whether we're going to make it or not as a society. It's what kind of people are we? What kind of world do we want to live in? What kind of world do you want to live in? A violent, disturbing world that doesn't care about anything, nobody but yourself. Not judging you. I'm just saying, do you care? Because I think if you want to reduce, then you care. Right? So don't reduce. Just stop. Just stop eating them. They're flesh and secretions. Enough's enough. No more. You don't need it. There's no reason you need it. And it makes us sick. It makes us really sick to eat it. So, okay. I said my piece. Reductionism is bogus. And there's no humane use of animals. Would you want me to kill you humanely or come after your dog or cat and kill them humanely? It's not humane then, is it? Suddenly it's not humane when it's you. There's no way to humanely kill you, right? Yeah. Thanks for watching. I get worked up, but it is what it is, and it's important. It's not some joke. Bacon tastes good jokes. It's not a joke. It's literally the end of the world if we don't go vegan. Not exaggerating. It's how it is. Look into it if you don't believe me. And go vegan. Thanks.